E from MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. This is the slingshot trade right now. Yesterday we had the wrecking ball trade. Today we said chase trade, right? Today I said there's probably a chase trade long side. If you are playing aggressively this morning on the long side, we had suggested make sure you get paid coming into that 84, 85 area. Good fortune above. Use risk capital you can afford to lose. Okay, in this video, we want to just talk about these squeeze pivots. Keep an eye on the RTH as well. And we understand the nature of the beast. We've back into no man's land with a squeeze type trade. We said 2 a day, but the bias right now is that trap shorts are giving back some of their profits, and we've got a ricochet. Question is, where do we stall? I'd suggested use 88 as resistance. We'll go back and take a look at that area Y. And just a guess. And then above that, then we're going to go higher. So let's go back and look at squeeze pivots. I wanted to put this on for our reference. And go back and look at the the way I set up what I thought was the box that we should be playing. Go back and read it and see if, again, I at the time posted, if you have to think this hard, it's probably not an edge, but that's the best I can do. So my idea of getting here partly was predicated on these areas in here holding for this drive first time back, because we were inching higher. And if I was wrong, then we would have sliced through here. But that's why I said this zone, you've got to keep your eye on as support. This is a squeeze pivot in here. So you don't see that on this chart. That's why you need both. Say, how come this holding? What's holding this up? But when you take the context and put it over here, then you can clearly see it. So here's a squeeze pivot. I'm just going to draw little lines for a couple of them. All right. Obviously a squeeze pivot. Obviously a squeeze pivot. All these are supporting the market right now in the bounce. And I need to do a video or two just on this. Maybe I'll use one like this and put it into our back in our system, because these are things I've learned since I originally put that system together. And I call them squeeze pivots because obviously it's a pivot that until you break it, the market has been going up above it. And this was the gap, and this is what I saw last night. Oh, they're holding the gap, so they want higher. Of course, sleeping through here and whatever, but you know, Europe, you can see Europe takes it up. 3 o'clock. You know, this is a good time frame to trade, you guys that are night owls. So these are all squeeze pivots, and this just happened to be a pivot point today, and you know, one of the tools we use. And at the time I said 55s. All right, make sure you paid 55s, and then maybe we can get up a little bit higher. And said, I don't think the high is in. I think we're going to chew away at some of the profits from yesterday. So if you're a conservative trader, you're not thinking big swings this open, because there's cross currents. We've got a high, very high bounce off of the floor in a squeeze type trade. And you'll know it when a big boy comes in. And there's been no evidence yet a big boy wants short. None. I'm assuming we'll get evidence of it by the time we're done with IB. But it could be just because it's a profit-taking swing. And that was as admitted, strictly a guess. Let's use 88 resistance. I still don't think the high is in. I think we go higher before we're done today. So pretty choppy open as expected. And anything you get today, put in your pocket and lock it and get your work done early. Remember the game, 4 to 5 points every day. Get your VIG, and I'm talking ES. So if you do MES and do your calculation, 10 to 1. Pretty choppy open. And everybody, and this is going to be a different pace than yesterday. Yesterday's pace was, just nuts once it was ripping and killing everybody. And today I'm expecting to be more rotational. And my thought was that we would do like an ORG, right? Open reversal game where we kind of get a small range and then take out the high and then take out the low, that kind of thing. So we shall see, but that's kind of what I thought they might do. Rather than be a directional move, if you get my meaning. Guys, I'm just speaking from intuition and from experience and a lot of luck, really. That just made sense when I'd posted that earlier today. Because this is the type of trade these guys love to do. Catch both sides, Okay, yeah, let's go long. Charlie buys up here and then gets whacked, Charlie tries to short, doesn't work. Okay, I guess we're going long. And it's kind of one of those opens that fairly neutral, because we're in no man's land up here. And so if you're playing for all day trade, eventually we're going to see what the best trade was, but we don't have that luxury right now. We don't know. Nobody knows. So if you're playing, you're looking for the small swings and just trying to grab a few points, but certainly not the same character of what we had yesterday. And that's the point. Every day is different. So acknowledge that today's trading style cannot be like yesterday, close your eyes and short, short, short. Today is a day of trying to find the balance, finding the equilibrium. I said I thought it was 88. There we are. Don't overtrade this open.